Okay, recording is on. I'm going to click begin.
What was the most unexpected problem on this project that you had to solve? How did you deal with it?
The most unexpected problem on the project, I would say, would have to be the sensor configuration. We had to, so the initial hardware that our sponsor sent us was the QT7, and we initially had like a pinwheel design that was used with some electromagnetic paint. So I think that the biggest surprise to me was the amount of times we would have to really look at the configuration of the pad, the sensor pad, to make sure that we were getting the correct delta values so that we could use, so that the machine learning model would capture the gestures correctly.
What was the most valuable skill or experience that you got out of this project? Why?
The most valuable skill, knowledge set really that I got out of this project was the machine learning piece. Did a lot of early research on which machine learning model would be the best to use. In fact, we ended up landed on what was called the LSTM, or I believe long. I can't remember the acronym at this time, but the machine learning aspect is something that I had not touched throughout my entire time at ASU as a student, and it was very interesting to learn all the different algorithms that are available and how they are each used in different scenarios. And I found that to be the most fascinating thing and the biggest thing that I really picked up out of this project that was new to my knowledge set.
If you had this project to do all over again, what would you do differently and why?
If I could have done the entire project over again, so our team of five members, we divided. Two of us worked on the front end, three of us worked on the back end. And that's just the way it worked out best. But we did have some crossing between the front and back. I mean, we were a team. We worked together. I was primarily working on the front end, and looking back, I wish I had used a different framework, or we rather had used a different framework that would have been a little bit more graphical, a little more visually aesthetic and pleasing to the eyes. It's very text-based. It does the job. The core competency of this project was getting the machine learning model to recognize the gestures, and I think that that was the focus, and I think we definitely accomplished that goal. But looking back, I wish that I had used a slightly different framework to make the GUI a little more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. And that looks like that is the last question. Thank you. And my name is Joshua Carpenter, just for record on the video. Thanks.